What is up YouTube, and welcome to this MCU video. Now, just as I sat down to write my Lovecraft Country video review, well, some big Marvel Cinematic Universe news has just dropped, mainly revolving around the brand new phase that the MCU is going into very soon. And specifically, it is about a casting announcement for a major villain in Ant-Man 3. Now, Jonathan Majors will be joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Kang the Conqueror, and will be one of the lead roles in the Ant-Man 3-quel. Now, there have been a lot of rumbling surrounding Ant-Man 3, as it has just recently picked up heavy pre-production, and has been tipped to have some major kaiju level style action scenes. It is rumoured to be starting its production next year, and many reports have come out for it stating that MODOK could actually be the villain of the piece. However, these mainly stemmed from MODOK being in the Paul Rudd script for the movie that was actually rejected by the studio, which is a shame because the whole story of MODOK would be really fun and would really fit in with Ant-Man if you think about it. But of course, they want to maybe save him for the future, or as we know with Marvel movies, there are multiple villains, so MODOK could be still in here in some way. Now, MODOK was actually led by many to mean that AIM could be one of the main villains of the piece here, returning after their leader was defeated in the controversial Iron Man 3. And like I said, he still could appear because he was actually not allowed to be used in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 7. And Jed Whedon actually said that this was a character they were not allowed to use. So having that could still work, and maybe he'll pop up in a different Marvel property. Now, Kang the Conqueror was a character that was heavily theorised to feature in Infinity War and Endgame, but it never came to be. One of the craziest theories I recall from those heady days was actually the fact that Kang the Conqueror was Tony Stark. Yes, that was just absolutely baffling. Kang the Conqueror, aka Nathaniel Richards, debuted in Avengers issue number 8 and was born on Earth 6311. This Earth was a technologically advanced Earth, and his counterpart from Earth 616, which is the main Marvel Comics Earth, actually came to this Earth and brought peace to Earth 6311. He was able to stop war and everything, so he seemed somewhat a benevolent person, but he came to be someone who was a warring, evil tyrant who wanted just to take over galaxies and worlds for his own gain. Now, the Nathaniel Richards of 616 was at the time rumoured to be a descendant of Reed Richards or Doctor Doom, further setting up the Fantastic Four and Doctor Doom for the MCU. Now, this would be a great way possibly to actually bring in the Fantastic Four, because this character was, of course, rumoured to be one of the Fantastic Four's descendants. So if they're bringing it this way, well, I would actually really like that. Now, travelling to different dimensions will be a big part of this upcoming phase of the MCU, with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness being key to introducing other realities, as well as the upcoming TV show WandaVision will also possibly be involved with things like this as well. Now, later in his comics timeline, an older version of himself met a 16-year-old version of Nathaniel Richards, but accidentally caused the young Kang to stop being himself, or trying to stop becoming a tyrannical Time Lord displaced throughout time, and he took on the mantle of Iron Lad and joined the rest of the Young Avengers. Now, the Young Avengers, again, are heavily rumoured to be involved in this movie and is rumoured to be the future of the MCU. So we also have other characters such as Wiccan debuting in WandaVision. Of course, we have Kate Bishop already going to be possibly featured in this role, and we also have Stature, who will be in, of course, Ant-Man 3, and she's been aged up very conveniently there. So it does look like Iron Lad will be involved in some ways, and I'm hyped for the Young Avengers because I loved the comics. Now, Kang had also ended up in ancient Egypt, where he ruled as the pharaoh Rama Tut, and even tangled with the Fantastic Four and an early version of Apocalypse. So again, we've got more X-Men stuff coming here, possibly. Now, throughout his time travels, he has an iconic battle armor, countless weapons that enable to help him destroy anyone and use them to conquer worlds throughout his lifespan. And due to his time travel, he has created multiple different duplicates, and that explains how Iron Lad can exist. And he was even able to set up his own army to find the ultimate weapon. The ultimate weapon, many thought, was actually a Celestial, which is very interesting because a Celestial will be coming to Earth in Eternals if it is based on the source material, at least the modern Neil Gaiman source material at least. So we're setting up something very, very big here in the Ant-Man third film. Now, in the far-flung future, he actually becomes a Time Lord named Immortus, who was chosen by the alien race, the Timekeepers, to police time. Now, what is curious is that in the trailer for Loki, he is seemingly, or at least Loki himself, is seemingly in the custody of the Time Variance Authority. So while they are different to this and they're a separate entity, well, it seems like they may be trying to combine these groups within the MCU. And Kang makes so much sense for this movie, considering that Ant-Man had accidentally led to time travel being invented by Tony Stark and used by Fitz in Endgame and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. respectively. So in essence, Kang is the perfect villain here. A threatening time, absolute crazy warlord, and a straight man, possibly, to Paul Rudd's humour. So let me know what you think down below. Are you excited for this character? I'm excited for Jonathan Majors. He seems to be everywhere right now and having a great year, so I'm hyped. But that's it for this video. Please drop a like down below. Please do subscribe with the notifications on. And we will be back tomorrow with another video. And we've got a podcast live stream coming this Friday. So I'll see you soon, and goodbye.